At Coulter Homes, the rules are simple. Grab your paddle and always dink in the kitchen. Remember where you are. Coulter Homes is the home of pickling. Smash and poach on dedicated courts in resort-style and active adult new home communities across the Southeast, including PGA Village Verano and Port St. Lucie, home of the World Pickleball Open. Learn more at CoulterPickleball.com.
First impression, taste test, Jigsaw Health, fruit punch. Give it a go. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that is very good. Very, very tasty.
Flavor?
This is very smooth, very well balanced, and I think this is going to be my new go-to flavor for Electrolyte Supreme. Do we have any more?
I don't know. Let's go find some.
Back here in the Franklin Pickleball Studio, I am with Lee Whitwell and J.W. Johnson after their quarterfinal victory. Congratulations, guys. Playing Michelle Escovel and Rob Nunnery. Going against two players, Lee, you play such a nice soft game, good resets. It almost seemed like you kind of frustrated them a little bit early on. You guys jumped out 6-0 in game one. They came back and answered right away and take game one 13-11. Going into game two, what are you talking to the youngster here about after you did have a 6-0 lead, seemed to be in control, lose game one? How do you regain composure going into game two?
Well, when we went to our water bottles, JW just looked at me and he said, "Just stay on your side and let me play." I'm just kidding. He did not say that. No, we just we had a good game plan in game one, I thought, and we took our foot off the gas a little bit and made a few errors. I felt like we were in control of a lot of the points and then didn't capitalize on putaways that we had.
Yeah.
And we just decided in game two to clean up our act a little bit, and JW took charge, and it's always fun sharing the court with him because he's so fast and so young, and like the line in Dirty Dancing, this time baby stayed in the corner.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So J-Dub, playing with Lee, she's a great resetter. She's big on that side when she's playing with that big forehand, left hand, trying to go for that Ernie. Does that allow you to have a little more freedom in the middle to do what you like to do, and that's be aggressive there?
Yeah, it allows me to be a lot more aggressive, but also push pressure on them to try to not hit it exactly to that spot, which is, to me it's kind of hard, but it helps a lot to put pressure on the other team.
And it frees Lee up to do that, to get kind of aggressive with that left hand on the Ernie and almost sit there with 1 foot out of bounds. And we saw it a lot. Now, it did hurt you a couple times where they were able to go backside behind you, JW. Is that something you guys talk about, saying, hey, if we give up a couple of those, we'll sacrifice that to allow him to get big in the middle there, Lee?
Yeah, absolutely. They have to make that shot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a low percentage, high pressure shot for them, and if they make it, great. Most of the time, JW is fast enough to get there, so he's going to reset that ball, and whatever advantage we have, we're just going to start that point over.
Yeah.
But no, absolutely. The more pressure we can put on them, and the more visuals we give them, as in what's going on that side of the court, then hopefully the less they're watching the ball and the more JW can clean up.
All right, well, moving on to the semifinals. Leah Jansen, Ben Johns coming up next for you guys. Congratulations.
Leah?
I'm sorry.
Not right.
Lauren Stratman and Ben Johns moving on. You guys got them coming up next. We'll see that probably coming up here after this semifinal we got going on next. So thank you guys for joining me.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. Here at the APP Metro Atlanta Pickleball Open presented by USA Pickleball and the National Championship Series. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with that next matchup here on Championship Court.
Having a tough time getting better? Our 3-day Level Up Pickleball camps feature a low student pro ratio and offer personalised training from the best pros in the game. Level Up will take you full circle through the point building process by teaching proper stroke mechanics, positioning and winning game strategies. Each camper also receives a personalised before and after video, an instructional manual, product discounts and more. Discover how good you can be with Level Up Pickleball camps. Visit us today at leveluppickleballcamps.com.
PPR is proud to be a partner with the APP Tour, which features 18 tournaments and more than $750,000 in prize money. Several PPR members play in APP tournaments throughout the year. Are you at least a 3.5 pickleball player? Then become certified to teach with PPR. Check out our website at www.pprpickleball.org. And as the saying goes, do what you love and you never have to work a day in your life. So give us a call at 843-842-9777. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to the APP Atlanta Metro Pickleball Open, part of the USA Pickleball National Championship Series. We are with our quarterfinal matchup, Jocelyn DeVilliers and Leah Jansen taking on Austin Gridley and Vivian David. Little miss hit there from Jansen. Jansen with her version of the spin serve. David speeding up at DeVilliers, forcing the error. Second server. Off The tape throws Jansen off just a little bit there. Long there from Gridley as he loses his hat in the middle of that point. Good speed up there from Vivian Davis. She goes at the body of DeVilliers. She right hips him. Again, we talk about it all the time. If you're going to go anywhere, the body not allowing your opponent to extend. Better place to go. But not always the case. Some players love that ball straight at them. Patrick Smith, one of them. Such good hands, loves that ball right at him. Nice speed up there from Leah Jansen. Perfect spot there. Not much Vivian David could do with it. Gridley pulling at that back a little bit. Not sure if he's having some back issues, some pain. The second time we've seen him do that. Nice ball and set up from Leah Jansen, giving the big man Jocelyn DeVilliers the opportunity for the backhand put away. Oh, just missing that reset. Great defense from Jansen and DeVilliers. Just to give himself an opportunity at that one. Good ball there from Austin Gridley at the feet of Leah Jansen. Foot fault called on Austin Gridley on his serve. Nice pull there from Vivian David as you watch her just stay nice and low and pull from that position. She's able to use those legs to create the speed. Nice ball from de Villiers. Gives David a little taste of her own medicine on the speed up from such a low position. Beautifully done. Just off the top of the net, doesn't roll over for Jansen, but checking the ball out, cracking the ball, she says. Requesting a new ball. Oh, David all over that little speed up there. That's a tough position for de Villiers to get that and put anything on it. So low. David ready for the counter and put away. Oh, good job by de Villiers finding the empty spot behind Gridley. Love that speed up there from Jansen. I really like to see her play a little more aggressive here. Playing a little softer and kind of set up person for de Villiers, but if she can play a little more aggressive like she is known to play, I think it's going to feed into her game. There's an attempt at it, just a little long there though. Good battle there, cross court from Jansen and David, and Jansen comes out on top of that one. Beautiful setup there as Jansen goes for the Ernie, and de Villiers finds the middle right there. Beautifully done as he finds the hole down the middle for the winner. And timeout here from Gridley and David as they sense a little bit of momentum here from Jansen and de Villiers in this first game. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the rest of game number one here at the APP Atlanta Metro Open, part of the USA Pickleball National Championship Series.
At my age, I get to spend even more time with family and friends and do the things I love. It's also that time when you get to look into more serious things, like Medicare. And maybe you'd like to spend hours on end researching every available option. I wanted someone who could guide me through the process, to compare plans in your area, visit eHealth's website or call one of eHealth's licensed insurance agents today.
Game one of quarterfinal number 4 here. 4-2 lead for Jansen and de Villiers over David and Gridley. De Villiers trying to pull the trigger in the middle there. He knows it's there, but tries to hit that a little too hard and trying to do too much with that. Oh, de Villiers off the tape goes a little long. Oh, nice block there from Gridley as he's anticipating that de Villiers speed up. David and Gridley take a lead here, 5-4. Wide on the cross-court drop from Austin Gridley. Nice job, and again, exposed on that backside. Gridley trying to take over in the middle, and de Villiers found that backside on him twice now in game number 1. Oh, good defense from Vivian David on the Ernie from de Villiers, but unable to do much with that after. All tied again here. Off the tape, and de Villiers biting his paddle like his partner Patrick Smith usually does. Upset with himself because he knows he had a cookie there for a put away. Oh, good speed up from David, but again, she caught de Villiers a couple times early in this match. He's not going to be fooled more than twice, and he is ready for that speed up. The 8-5 lead here for de Villiers, and a timeout for David and Gridley in this first game. Good job of making adjustments by both Jansen and de Villiers, anticipating the speed up from David as she's attempting to get these points a little faster and a little quicker, but to no avail as Jansen and de Villiers jump out to an 8-5 lead here in game number 1. And thank you guys for joining us. We'll be here on YouTube and Facebook on the USA Pickleball page until 4 o'clock. We will be switching over to ESPN Plus in the afternoon starting at 4 for the remainder of our matches. But out of this timeout, it's an 8-5 lead for de Villiers and Jansen. Good timeout there from David and Gridley, as both of these teams trying to punch their ticket into the semifinals where they will take on Andrea Coop and Zane Navratil. Oh, backside again from de Villiers. He's finding some success on that opposite sideline behind Austin Gridley. So Jansen kind of half sped that up. I want her to swing through that. She swings through that. I think she puts a little more pressure on David, forces an error. Oh, great job. Great lob by de Villiers. Good get there from David, but unfortunately de Villiers had both of them on strings throughout that point. Nice speed up on the third ball from de Villiers and forcing the error from David. Nice ball from Gridley, caught Jansen at the baseline. Good hold there from David and Gridley. See if they can do anything with this here. Oh, de Villiers, full sprint on that Ernie. Loves that shot right there. A lot of players trying to catch him coming up slowly, but when he gets in that motion and comes up hard to that opposite side off the stack, makes it very difficult to do anything with. Oh, the little half speed up from de Villiers in the middle of that point. Beautifully done. Catches Gridley kind of off guard. And a game point here for de Villiers and Jansen. Jansen trying to get the Ernie, instead of putting that away, goes off the edge of her paddle. Her and de Villiers have a laugh at that attempt. They have one more shot here at game number 1. Unforced error from David will give de Villiers and Jansen game 1 11-6 here in this quarterfinal matchup. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, game 2 of this quarterfinal at the APP Atlanta Metro Open, part of the USA Pickleball National Championship Series.
I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. The balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see, so I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Quarterfinal number 4, game 2 about to begin. Game 1 stats here. Unforced errors, dead even at 12. Look at the drops to drives. Third shot drops. David and Gridley playing that drop game, 17-1. But final score, all that matters here in game number 1, 11-6 going to Jansen and DeVilliers as we get ready to start game number 2 here in this 4th quarterfinal matchup. A shot at Andrea Coop and Zane Navratil in the semifinals at stake here. Leah Jansen to serve to Vivian David. Unforced error early here from Vivian David. Oh, that's the DeVilliers we know, anticipating that ball back, and he cuts in front of his partner Leah Jansen for the put away. A couple times DeVilliers tried that as he's trying to work on his footwork there, saying I think he needs to slide a little more over instead of reaching for that so much. Just wide on the backhand overhead from DeVilliers. He was mouth wide open on that because he rarely misses that big backhand overhead. David and Gridley get one back. David, great attack again from that low position, using her legs to create that speed up on DeVilliers. Oh, and he clips the tape right over her paddle as David takes a deep breath in frustration as there's nothing she can do with that ball right there. Oh, Austin Gridley with the windmill block off the tape to keep them in that point. Great job. He's kind of joking around with partner Vivian David and the fans in the stands about how classic that windmill block was. Jansen not able to get that lob up and over as much as she wanted. I agree with the shot selection. It wasn't a bad shot from Jansen, just didn't get it up and over to the backhand side of Austin Gridley. Good jam shot from DeVilliers as he goes to the right shoulder of Gridley. Nice speed up from Jansen. Again, that's what I want to see a little more out of Leah Jansen right now, is a little more speed up from her. And she's been very successful in that first game with it. There's that third shot drive instead of the drop, and it's caused some problems for David in game one, and now another unforced error in game number 2 with it. Catches the back of the line there, does DeVilliers. And Gridley and David will take a timeout here as they're down 5-3. We're going to take a quick commercial break when we come back. The remainder of game 2 here in this quarterfinal number 4.
At my age, I get to spend even more time with family and friends and do the things I love. It's also that time when you get to look into more serious things, like Medicare. And maybe you'd like to spend hours on end researching every available option. I wanted someone who could guide me through the process. To compare plans in your area, visit eHealth's website or call one of eHealth's licensed insurance agents today.
Back here in this quarterfinal matchup, Leah Jansen, Jocelyn DeVilliers, Vivian Davidson took game 1 11-6. They're up here in game 2 5-3, coming out of the timeout from David and Gridley. And Jansen and DeVilliers continue their role here as they double up David and Gridley 6-3. And now Jansen and DeVilliers in their groove in game 2. Little long from DeVilliers in the two-handed backhand, and a side out to David and Gridley. Oh, that was first one, great lob by DeVilliers. Second one, a little ambitious. Got a little loose with that lob and tried to do a little too much with it. Gridley pointing to that sideline that he felt he had open. Hits that ball off the top of the net, and it's a 7-4 lead still here for DeVilliers and Jansen. So David almost gave up on it, thinking that that ball was in, or that ball was out, and Gridley played it though. Oh, DeVilliers going for the Ernie. The swing and miss, but Jansen able to come in and clean it up and keep it in play. But then nobody on the other side, unfortunately, to play that next ball for Jansen and DeVilliers. Nice hands from Vivian David to keep them in that point right there on the speed up from DeVilliers. Good talk from Gridley telling his partner Vivian David heads up there. A ball he left a little high. David there, but hits the reset. David upset with herself that she doesn't get that ball down at the shins and feet of DeVilliers. Long on the block from David. And a timeout here from Gridley and David. We will also take we're going to stay right here at the 9-4 mark, as DeVilliers and Jansen in control of this second game. Quick look at the player profile of Jocelyn DeVilliers out of Paris, currently in Wichita, Kansas. Team Vulcan, 26 years old, 6'3". Very impressive records across the board. 50-15 in men's doubles, 39-16 in mixed, and 52-14 in singles. And that is why DeVilliers is #1 on the APP standings list here on the APP Tour. So a 9-4 lead here for DeVilliers and Jansen. A shot at Andrea Coop and Zane Navratil in the semifinal at stake here for these two teams. DeVilliers, and it is a match point for Jansen and DeVilliers here in game number 2. Good counter from Vivian David, holding off that first match point. Good pressure dink there from Leah Jansen. And that's what it's about right there. It's putting pressure with your dink. All the tap, real slow dinks, not really doing much and putting pressure on your opponent. But when you can actually hit that dink with a little pressure and some pace, create some issues for your opponents. Jansen trying to speed up at Gridley, and Gridley up to task right there with the backhand put away. And they are not going away here. 6-10-2. Another opportunity here for Jansen and David to move on. Good hands from Austin Gridley on the speed up from de Villiers. And David gets handcuffed there on the last point, and it is an 11-6 victory across the board for Jansen and de Villiers as they will move on to semifinal number 2 and take on Andrea Coop and Zane Navratil. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'll have Leah Jansen and Jocelyn de Villiers in studio. Don't go anywhere.
Slightly favored backhand. Much hand-eye coordination.
The HD5 is the green of ivy. It represents hope, tenacity, the spirit of life and growth. It also reminds us of the Ivy League. The HD5 features a good rotation, an excellent sweet spot, thicker core, and super power.
PPR is proud to be a partner with the APP Tour, which features 18 tournaments and more than $750,000 in prize money. Several PPR members play in APP tournaments throughout the year. Are you at least a 3.5 pickleball player? Then become certified to teach with PPR. Check out our website at www.pprpickleball.org. And as the saying goes, do what you love and you never have to work a day in your life. So give us a call at 843-842-9777. We look forward to hearing from you.
You ready, La?
I'm ready, Ben.
Let's do this. don't know what's happening today, Ben.
What is this?
It's my paddle.
This paddle is the answer.
A Ben Johns custom paddle by Franklin? For me?
Yeah, let's crush it.
Good game.
Good game.
Thank you, Ben Johns.
Way to go, Lala.
Having a tough time getting better? Our 3-day Level Up Pickleball camps feature a low student pro ratio and offer personalised training from the best pros in the game. Level Up will take you full circle through the point building process by teaching proper stroke mechanics, positioning and winning game strategies. Each camper also receives a personalised before and after video, an instructional manual, product discounts and more. Discover how good you can be with Level Up Pickleball camps. Visit us today at leveluppickleballcamps.com.
New People Pickleball.
In the Franklin Pickleball Studio, I have Leah Jansen and Jocelyn Duvillier after their quarterfinal victory over Vivian David and Austin Gridley. Guys, going into that matchup, you know Vivian likes to kind of speed that ball up from a low position as she's walking by, staring at me, giving me a dirty look. She found some success doing it, but then it seemed like, Leah, you kind of picked up a little bit on that, and you kind of countered that with speeding up on her. Is that something that you were looking for out of her and something that you kind of wanted to do to her?
Yeah, I just kind of, Viv is pretty steady in the forehand to forehand. She doesn't miss too many dinks, so I just kind of wanted to be aggressive and to try and win that matchup and kind of go from there, and luckily it worked.
And it did. It really did. It seemed like at first it was a little hesitant where she would speed up and she got success early, but then you guys figured it out, calmed down. And then, Jay, coming into that, you always like to be big on the court in mixed doubles. Even in men's doubles with Pat, you kind of slide him off to the side a little bit, which is always nice. But Leah kind of assisted you very nicely, kept balls in play, allowed you to do what you were going to do. And then, Leah, you in turn kind of looking for that Ernie too. Is that something you like, Jay, where your partner, especially in mixed doubles, is going to look for that Ernie?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she's very athletic, so I was telling her, like, set me up so I can Ernie, and I will set you up so you can Ernie as well. And I think that was a good plan. That was our second match. The first match was a bit more challenging, I felt like, but, you know, I mean, I played Vivian also last week in Orlando, so I had a good idea of how they were playing, and I felt we executed pretty well, and the tough moments, so very pleased with the performance.
Okay, so moving on to the semifinal, Andrea Coop, Zane Navratil. What are you looking for out of that matchup against those two?
Well, I've played Zane a couple of times. I've played with Andrea and against Andrea as well, so I know they're going to be good, and I have some strategy in mind. I'm sure Leah has an idea as well, so we'll chat a bit and see if we can pull it out.
It's the Leah smirk going, yeah, I got something for you right now. So
I mean,
I love it.
Up to the kitchen line is my main concern with that one. Just making sure we can get Zane's serve back in a good place so he can't tee off. I think that's my main goal in this next one.
All right, so you heard it here. That's their plan going into the semifinal. Congratulations, guys. We'll have that matchup coming for you here on Championship Court right after this quick break and word from our sponsors.
Thanks.
New People Pickleball.
Shoot, I can't remember my password.
We don't say can't. We conquer.
I got it.
I wish I could do a backflip.
We don't say I wish. We accomplish.
I finally did it.
I'm gonna try this one more time.
We don't say try. We aim for the sky.
Yeah, the sky.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Back on championship court here at the APP Atlanta Metro Open, part of the USA Pickleball National Championship Series. I'm Dominic Catalano. We have semifinal number 2 for you here on championship court. Semifinal number 1 is in the books. Lauren Stratman and Ben Johns take down Lee Whitwell and J.W. Johnson 11-4, 11-2. Winner of this match will get Lauren Stratman and Ben Johns in the winner's bracket final. So this is our second semifinal of the day. Leah Jansen, Jocelyn Duvillier taking on Andrea Coop and Zane Navratil. This is Jansen and Duvillier's second match of the day, they took down Shannon Moore and Jim Dobran, 11-8, 12-10. Followed that up with an 11-6, 11-6 victory over Vivian David and Austin Gridley, which you all saw here. Andrea Coop and Zane Navratil took down Pam Gilbert and Eric Gilbert, 4-2 in their first matchup, and then took down Adam Stone and Corinne Carr in a quarterfinal, 11-7, 11-2. On the bottom side, Sarah Ansberry and Rafa Hewitt will be taking on Katie Dyer, the birthday girl, and Althoff Merchant. Austin Gridley and Vivian David are taking on Georgia Johnson and Gabriel Tardio. Winner of that will play Corinne Carr and Adam Stone. So that's where we're at so far in the bracket. Players almost ready to go here on championship court. Thank you guys for joining us all morning and into this early afternoon. Looks like this will be our last matchup of the day here on Facebook and YouTube, as we will transition over to ESPN Plus after this matchup for our winners bracket final and our medal matches the rest of the day, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you jump on over to ESPN Plus for the rest of our matchups after this. We'll shoot on over there after I interview the winners of this match here on championship court. As the players finish up their serving practice here on championship court. Again, we thank you guys for joining us this morning, getting through this mixed pro doubles bracket. We have senior mixed pro as well going on today. Larry Scott is our USA Pickleball certified referee for this matchup as the players come to the net for their debriefing from Larry. And we are just about set for our second semifinal of the day. Winner sitting pretty in the winner's bracket final. Loser has some work to do out of the bottom half. But a good matchup with these four players being very familiar with each other. DeVilliers playing with Leah Jansen today. He has played a few tournaments with Andrea Coop, so very familiar with her game. The difference maker here is going to be the Navratil serve, as it usually is. And speaking with Andrea Coop last night, and she kind of gave an insight into the Navratil serve and talked about how some of the guys and male players have become a little accustomed to the Navratil serve because they do get to see it a little more often in singles and men's doubles. The ladies, not so much. The only chance they have to see the Navratil serve is in mixed doubles, and it is if they get to play against Navratil. So the men having a little more success against it, the ladies not as much. So we'll see that and how that comes to fruition. Here, and an early return of serve mistake from Jansen. Navratil with the speed up sets himself up nicely on the forehand side. Unfortunate for him, drops into the net and a side out. And a firefight early here And Coop coming out on top of that one. Nice ATP there around the post from Leah Jansen as that dink from Coop goes just wide enough for her to go around the post there. Beautifully done. Great hands from Zane Navratil on the backhand attack from DeVilliers. And then he comes all the way across for the Ernie in front of Andrea Coop. Not so much of a Burt because Coop was still in that transition area, but good read. Just long on the speed up from DeVilliers, and he wants that one back. Good spot from DeVilliers and the overhead down the middle, finding the hole. What a shot there from Navratil as he smiles and stares down DeVilliers. DeVilliers was watching Navratil to make sure he doesn't fall in the kitchen. Beautiful point there by all four players. And defense from Navratil on the Ernie from DeVilliers. Navratil upset with himself there and saying, you make the other two, but you can't make that one. Great shot backside from Andrea Coop as she sets up Zane Navratil beautifully. Andrea Coop sitting on that speed up from DeVilliers beautifully. Oh, great shot there by DeVilliers. What defense from Navratil on the around the post. What a cross-court dink from Navratil as he gets DeVilliers pinching middle as he goes backside cross-court very hard with that dink. Beautifully done by Zane Navratil. Oh, Navratil just swatting that stuff right now, and it is working. Good ball there from Leah Jansen, keeping that counter drive nice and low over the net. Coop almost anticipating that it's going to clip the top of that net. Great hands again. All four of these players just ripping balls at each other. Good spot by DeVilliers, finally able to get that ball down at the feet of Zane Navratil. Great defense from DeVilliers and Jansen, but a little too much of a little flat forehand from Zane Navratil. Coop just misses the back baseline with that little flip on the backhand side. Good hands there from DeVilliers, and Jansen and DeVilliers are within one here. Jansen sitting on that two-hander, and she had it. Just mishits it on the put away. Great reads there from Leah Jansen as she was just slid completely to the sideline to take that big forehand. Beautifully done, great reads. Wide there from DeVilliers, and he instantly comes over to towel off. Good read there from Navratil on the attack and stepping into that middle. Being nice and big and taking control, ending that point. Good cover by Jansen as DeVilliers tried the Ernie, but not able to get back in that point. And a 9-5 lead here for Coop and Navratil. Unforced error there from de Villiers. Nice ball there and good recovery by Jocelyn de Villiers to stop that run and hold off that first game point from Coop and Navratil. Bounces twice off the top of the net, but does not get over for de Villiers. Nice speed up from Jansen. Again, very smart attack and almost forcing the error. Miss hit from Jansen, and Coop and Navratil have another opportunity here to end game number 1. And that's the key on the Navratil serve. If he can get that nice and deep, that's going to cause a lot of issues. And it is an 11-6 victory for Andrea Coop and Zane Navratil. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, game number 2 here, this semifinal matchup at the APP Atlanta Metro Open, part of the USA Pickleball National Championship Series.
At my age, I get to spend even more time with family and friends and do the things I love. It's also that time when you get to look into more serious things, like Medicare. And maybe you'd like to spend hours on end researching every available option. I wanted someone who could guide me through the process. To compare plans in your area, visit eHealth's website or call one of eHealth's licensed insurance agents today.
Game number 2, semifinal number 2, with a chance to play Lauren Stratman and Ben Johns in the winner's bracket final. Don't forget, after we're done here on Facebook and YouTube on the USA Pickleball page and for the fans, we'll be shifting over to ESPN Plus this afternoon from 4 to 7 Eastern Time. For the rest of our matches, all of our medal matches will be on ESPN Plus later on this afternoon and into the evening, so don't miss out. Get on ESPN Plus and watch the remainder of our day and our matches. Before any of that happens, game 2 here in this semifinal. See if Jansen and de Villiers have an answer for Coop and Navratil. Great backside shot there from Andrea Coop. De Villiers pinching middle, trying to get active there. But Coop just flips nice and easy down the sideline for the winner. Good little speed up there from Andrea Coop, and they're on the board first here, 1-0. There's that body up shot there from de Villiers on Navratil as he goes right hip. Beautifully done by DeVilliers. And that's what DeVilliers needs to do. Needs to get on top of those balls, get that ball down at the feet of Navratil and Coop. Either force a mistake high or force a winner. And nice little speed up from Jansen as she gets Coop in the transition area. I like that from Jansen. We talked about that, in between their last match, between the interview with them. And I said, I liked how you were speeding that ball up instead of allowing Vivian David in their last match to speed up against her first. She did a good job, and it was successful. DeVilliers backside one more time. Gets burnt there by Andrea Coop. Great shot by Andrea Coop. And good patience too by Coop, waiting for the right opportunity. Just long on the return from Jansen. Good read by Andrea Coop. She saw that lob coming from DeVilliers and she started to back up off. A little long on the return from Jansen. Visibly frustrated. Coop had a cookie there. Could not finish that last one. A side out to Jansen and DeVilliers. Good control by Andrea Coop as she sets that ball up again, backside on DeVilliers. A little long on that serve from DeVilliers. And quick side out for Coop and Navratil. Oh, Navratil just swung and missed at that. Navratil pulled that enough to the Coop side, and Navratil not able to get that. Attack in hands from Zane Navratil as he wins that battle up at the kitchen line between him and DeVilliers. And they extend their lead to 6-3. And Jansen having a couple issues with the Navratil serve here, and it's a 7-3 lead for Coop and Navratil here in game number 2 in our second semifinal match here at the APP Atlanta Metro Open, which is part of the USA Pickleball National Championship Series. Golden tickets on the line here. And during this timeout, we'll take a quick look at the Zane Navratil player profile out of Racine, Wisconsin. Currently in Brookfield, Team Franklin, 26 years young. Men's doubles 30 and 15. Mixed doubles very similar, 30 and 13. But look at that singles record of 39 and 12. And currently number 2 on the APP standings player list in men's side of things. The only person he trails is the man on the other side of the net from him, Jocelyn DeVilliers, who is number 1. A little hot off the paddle from DeVilliers, and out of that timeout, Coop and Navratil answer on second server here. And nothing Jansen can do with that ball right there on the Navratil serve, and it's a 9-2 lead here in game number 2. Just wide there from Navratil on the cross-court drop. Big side out there for Jansen and DeVilliers. They need to answer here. Side out to Navratil and Coop. A dink from DeVilliers goes just a little wide. And good timeout here from Leah Jansen, quickly calling that after a quick side out. Don't forget, after we're done here on YouTube and Facebook and for the fans, we'll be switching over to ESPN Plus this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch us out there for our winners bracket final and medal matches here at the APP Atlanta Metro Open, which is part of the USA Pickleball National Championship Series. Before we get to that, we got one more ticket to punch into the winners bracket final. Coop and Navratil out to a 9-2 lead. After they took game 1 11-6. And that ball drops quickly as both Jansen and DeVilliers thought that ball was going long, and a match point for Coop and Navratil. And that will be it for game number 2, as Coop and Navratil will move on to face Lauren Stratman and Ben Johns in the winners bracket final. Leah Jansen and Jocelyn DeVilliers will drop to the consolation bracket and work their way out. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I will have Coop and Navratil in the studio and see what their thoughts were on this semifinal matchup. Don't go anywhere.
New People Pickleball.
PT Pro Team at pickleballtournaments.com have unparalleled experience running tournaments, including all professional tours and premier events. We provide professional services to develop, plan, and deliver tournaments that players and fans love. Pickleballtournaments.com, powering pickleball tournaments worldwide.
PPR is proud to be a partner with the APP Tour, which features 18 tournaments and more than $750,000 in prize money. Several PPR members play in APP tournaments throughout the year. Are you at least a 3.5 pickleball player? Then become certified to teach with PPR. Check out our website at www.pprpickleball.org. And as the saying goes, do what you love and you never have to work a day in your life. So give us a call at 843-842-9777. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to the Franklin Pickleball Studio. I am with Andrea Coop and Zane Navratil after their semifinal victory over Leah Jansen and Jocelyn DeVilliers. Guys, I spoke with them before that match as they won their quarterfinal match. Their biggest concern, Zane, was obviously the serve, making sure they can return deep and stay in control. Game one seemed like it was all right. They didn't have too many problems. We started off the game with and not an ace, but Leah returned long. Game two, it seemed to give them a little more problems. Obviously, at the Zane, that's part of your game plan. But past that, what are you in line that you came out on top of too?
Well, I mean, it's obviously nice to win some free points on the serve, but I think overall, Andrea kicked some butt other than the serve. I mean, after I hit the serve, I'm just like, Andrea, take over, do your thing. But we had some very, very good points, and we played quite solid despite the serving. And just when we got into points, we thought we played well. So.
And Andrea, you and Leah obviously know that you're going to be going cross court with that battle. You're very confident with that forehand cross court serve or that cross court dink. You seem to speed up a little more than I saw you usually would do a couple times right there. Was it something you were kind of looking to do at the right moment? Because you went backside on Jay 4 or 5 times.
You got to be willing to take it in the teeth from Jay. Otherwise, he's going to take over. And if you don't give it to him or at least pretend like you're okay with it, there's no point because he's not going to let you just go cross court.
He's a big boy.
He is very big, and he does try and get big in the middle there. And I've talked with that again, strategy and mixed. A lot of the guys try and go and get big in the middle. J.W. Johnson and Lee Whitwell earlier. J.W. got burned a few times backside. But is that, Zane, something that you're willing to give up a couple times and until it happens consistently to fix?
Yeah, I mean, I'm known for being big in the middle too. I'm just a monster out there, and if I get burned behind me every once in a while, yeah, it's a risk that it's all baked into the cake. In seriousness, though, like if you pinch the middle, you make the other team hit behind you to the toughest shot. There's 3 reasons why it's more difficult to go to the line than it is to go to the middle. The highest part of the net, the shortest part of the court, actually, and the and the sideline. There's a sideline there. So I mean, if they burn me, like second to last point of that first game, Jay hit a nice winner behind me within a couple inches of the line. I'm like, sure, that's a good shot. I don't mind that. So as long as it's not happening on a very consistent and regular basis, then it's a good strategy.
Okay, moving forward, winners bracket final. You have Lauren Stratman, Ben Johns. Strategy. What are you looking for out of that match, kind of going into that one, Andrea?
You know, it's really going to be pretty similar to now. Jay does a lot of things that Ben does. I mean, Ben is a whole different animal, but I think that Jay and Ben are pretty, you know, they're right up there. They're both great. They both pinch the middle, play on their female partner's side. So I think Zane and I are going to have a pretty similar strategy, try to get me in the cross court or get me in any dink rally with Lauren. And I have to be willing to get hit in the face by Ben a few times, because otherwise he's just going to take it. He's going to take over us.
Sacrifices
Andrea's
you got to
take
make.
one for the team in that one. I'm probably just going to get out of there.
All right, so guys, thank you for joining me in the booth. We are going to shut down YouTube, Facebook, and For the Fans right now. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back up in about 55 minutes on ESPN Plus. We'll have that winners bracket final for you. Andrea Coop and Zane Navratil taking on Lauren Stratman and Ben Johns. Thank you guys for joining us all morning long. We'll see you over on ESPN Plus this afternoon.